Good afternoon. This is Greg with the National Weather Service in Spokane. We have a special weather briefing today. It's Friday, August 9th, and we're going to be talking about the potential for thunderstorms the next couple of days. This is a thunderstorm outlook produced by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, and this is the outlook for this afternoon, Friday, August 9th. What we are looking at is the generation or the development of thunderstorms, and it's going to be mainly to our south much of the afternoon and evening. And the highlighted area in yellow is where we believe the best chance for severe thunderstorms will be for this afternoon and this evening. Let's talk a little bit more about what we can expect down south. We're looking at between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. for the best chance of strong thunderstorms down there, with the hazards being large hail and wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. Where will this be? Mainly over Oregon, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could see some of these stronger storms creep up into southeast Washington. And the area that we're looking at there is mainly in the bright green color for the marginal possibility of some hail, possibly up to the size of quarters, and some wind gusts maybe as high as 50 or 60 miles per hour. Tomorrow will be the day that we'll be a little bit more interested in as far as impacting our area. And you can see the Storms Prediction Center on their Day 2 outlook for tomorrow, Saturday, has that bright green area creeping up as far north as, say, Coeur d'Alene and Clark Fork in the Idaho Panhandle, and also clips Pullman, most of the Palouse, and down to the Walla Walla area. So it still has the slight risk, or the yellow, south of the Spokane forecast area mainly, but we can't rule out the potential for some large hail and damaging wind gusts in that bright green area tomorrow. So let's talk a little bit more about what we would expect to happen. This outlook is mainly for Saturday afternoon into the early evening hours. So we have on this slide labeled 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. The further south you go, the earlier those storms are expected to develop and form, and then they're going to track to the north or northeast. So even though we don't have a lot of our area shaded in severe potential for tomorrow, we are looking at region-wide the potential for slow-moving thunderstorms capable of heavy rain. So, and this would also be in the afternoon and evening hours during the day Saturday. So we can't rule out flash flooding anywhere in the inland northwest, but our most vulnerable areas are the ones that we are particularly concerned about. Urban areas that don't drain very well because of the concrete. Steep terrain can always be a flash flooding threat if you get enough rain on it fast enough. And then our burn scar areas, especially the places that have burned this year and last summer, the ones that have just freshly burned this year, are particularly vulnerable to the mudslides and debris flows. As we move into Sunday, this slow-moving low-pressure system with all of this moisture is finally going to push to our east, and our thunderstorm threat will be mainly limited to Montana and the central and southern Idaho Panhandle as this system begins to move out. That doesn't mean we won't continue to receive precipitation on Sunday, but it doesn't look like it's going to be accompanied by much lightning or thunder. I've thrown some maps out to you that we probably haven't used a whole lot because our part of the world doesn't get as much thunderstorm activity as some parts of the country, but this is the vernacular, or the jargon that the Storms Prediction Center uses for their thunderstorm categories, and there are 6 categories here. And as far as severe thunderstorm risks, we're only going up to that number 2, or the slight risk, for the yellow, and that's mainly out of the Spokane forecast area for the next couple of days. In addition to the potential for severe storms and flooding, we're also dealing with quite a bit of lightning. So there is a red flag warning out all the way through tomorrow afternoon for abundant lightning. And things are looking better today than we thought they were going to look when we issued this warning. We've gotten some nice, steady, beneficial rains today, and a lot of our region has gotten at least some precipitation over the last 24 hours, which is helping our cause. But tomorrow afternoon and evening, we are expecting to receive a lot of lightning strikes in our region. And some of those lightning strikes may occur outside areas that have gotten a lot of rain. So we may see some new ignitions, and our fuels coming into today before this rain were very dry due to the recent heat we had and relative lack of moisture. So even though things are looking better, we're still going to highlight these areas with the red flag warnings for the high number of lightning strikes tomorrow. And if we do get some new ignitions, these new fires may smolder for a couple of days until the arrival of drier weather early next week, and that would be in the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday time frame. Some of the best news that I can give you will be the air quality will be improving. The arrival of precipitation and the cooler temperatures, the smoke production from the fires around the region is going to decrease significantly. And the air quality alerts that were out for the state of Idaho have already been dropped. And by tomorrow morning, the counties that we have highlighted in gray, those will also drop as well, because we're expecting much improved air quality as the fire activity begins to slow down a little bit. So in summary, our primary concern the next couple of days will be Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening with the potential flash flood threat. We're not looking for widespread flooding all over the place, but if we do get a heavy downpour in some of these vulnerable areas, we could be dealing with some issues. The hail and wind threat Saturday afternoon and evening at this point in time looks to be primarily over southeast Washington and south central Idaho panhandle. And our lightning activity, fortunately, is going to be accompanied by rain, but we still may get some new ignitions this weekend. So that is going to conclude our recording for today.